are back again a week later. Very different day in the sense that it is very cloudy, hot and humid, and also we just had a thunderstorm go through, and in fact there was a little bit of rumble earlier, so we'll see if it stays off. Anyways, I am back at the corner, and let's see now what has occurred since we were last here. First thing is that the purple brown flowers have definitely become more brown, as you can see. When the leaves are browning, when the leaves start changing color, you get some really interesting color combos and patterns and shapes emerging. This is no longer as fuzzy as it once was. So we're getting these shapes within shapes. So this very dark purple brown, I guess that's maroon, and the shapes that are in between are very interesting. Over here, these goldenrods are turning almost orange brown now when you compare it to the bright, still lots of bright ones around. Things are wet from the rain. That always makes leaves go shiny, especially when they've been struck by the sunlight. So all these leaves here are super, super shiny. The other thing you're going to get when it rains, of course, is puddles, and puddles will give you interesting reflections. So looking at this one, that's the cedar trees above. There's a web that a ground spider made, and the raindrops are still in it. Also, the grass has crisscrossing strands of brown and green now. And these are really out. These little tiny daisy-like flowers. What is this here? Something happening here, and I don't know what we're looking at. We'll have to track that the next time we're here. I don't remember seeing this. I don't quite know what's going to come. Not seeing a lot of raindrops. It must have been a while ago that it rained. If you're out here in the rain, you will see the raindrops still clinging to a lot of things. I'm not seeing that, though it has made things quite shiny and altered their color. Again, the texture on the ground's amazing. The grass is green and brown. Seems much more brown than before. I was able to find a hanging raindrop from the rain earlier, but it was only when I got down lower that I could see how it was hanging off the branch. And if we look up, we've got the cedar trees still with lots of yellowish green seeds. We can see that little bit of sun lighting up that cloud. Mostly it's a very cloudy morning, kind of misty morning. And then if we go over to the other side, we of course have all the trees on the other side. Still looking predominantly green, maybe with a little bit of yellow. There are more leaves. So as I was over here by this one and I got close, I realized that there's this one all rolled up with some interesting highlights and lines. There's this one over here, which is this interesting coppery color. There's one over here that's this dark brown, but with a lighter brown folded over. And this is just in one little spot. There's the spot. So the other thing that's made itself clear is that there are way more drops than I initially assumed. I thought, oh, there's no raindrops around, but actually, once you start looking for them, there's one. They glow like little sequins. There's another in there. You can see it clinging to the branch. One other thing I sometimes look for that I don't think I've mentioned yet is the underside of things. So I noticed there was, for instance, because I crouched down, I was up through the piece, the plant, and then you start getting the underside of the leaves and realizing, okay, those were hummingbirds. So I'm not sure this is going to show, it's a bit too much in shadow, but you're going to end up, there we go, that's a bit better. You're going to end up with the underside of the leaves. That one actually has a leaf window in it. This one right here. So you can see, yeah, so you're going to get kind of a different texture by looking underneath. different shapes. That one had a leaf window. How cool. Now that I started looking for leaf windows, there's another one right there. And another one. How did I miss this leaf window? It's pretty significant. So again, just taking some time to settle into this space has really opened up a lot of it to me. Here's another example of looking at the underside of the leaf, which is a paler silvery color. So you can get some interesting contrast by looking at the bottom, coming at it from a different perspective rather than just standing height. I just said about changing where you stand, and now you could see that puddle has a completely different look to it. There's actually a circle that could be made, sort of a shape in the cedars. And now some photos from today. Here are some potential art themes emerging from today's meeting at the corner, prompts for further creative exploration. The underside, shiny spots, crouch down, abundance, maroon, reflections. See you in the same place next week.